Hey guys, Pipo here. Today I want to talk to you about PowerOS. This is an interface add-on that will help you improve your game and will make PvP and PvE a lot more fun. This is not gonna be a tutorial video. I'm not gonna go step by step on how to use this add-on. What I'm gonna do is show you my setup and hopefully give you ideas of how to create your own setups. As well, I will leave the link in the description so you can copy my setup into your game, and if you're a monkey it'll work perfectly. If not, then hopefully you can just copy some of the ideas that I'll show you here. I'm also gonna show you guys some other add-ons that I use to improve my game, and I'm gonna start with the add-on Balance Power Tracker. This is a very simple add-on, but it's for monkeys only. What it allows you to do is customize your Eclipse bar. So normally you have it here under your health, but with this you can pretty much set it up anywhere you want on the screen, change the transparency, change how it acts. So you can see it here in the middle of my screen. You can see it's kind of transparent, but as soon as I enter combat you can see that it's clearly visible and right in the middle of the screen, all up in your face, so you don't have to keep looking back and forth to see where you are. Now this is really important because every time you have to look up to the corner and then back to the middle, and then you're looking at the guys running around, keeping an eye on your party's health or your friend's health, keeping an eye on your cooldowns. And there have been studies done that anytime you're doing any task, if you have to move your eyes more than 4 inches away, it'll add about half a second of response time. So having all your cooldowns and all the bars that you need, like in about a 4x4 square right here in the middle, it'll improve your response time overall. Okay, now I'm gonna get into PowerOS itself. So that's what you see up here on top of my Eclipse bar. That's all PowerOS, and let's get right into it. So when I first created this setup, I wasn't too familiar with how it works, so I didn't do it the most efficient way. That's why you see I've used so many of the spots for the PowerOS. Now that I've had a chance to play around with it, I realized that there's better ways to get this done, but it works, so I didn't want to waste time going back and fixing it. And now let me show you guys how they work. Basically, these are all the cooldowns that I think are important for me, that I need to know when they're up. So this blue one is my Typhoon, and you can see them all here, and once I use them you can see that they're semi-transparent, so I still know what I have available and what's waiting on a cooldown, and I don't forget to use abilities. My green one here is my Force of Nature. As you can see, they pop up when I use them. The purple one here is my Starfall. What you heard there was also PowerOS. You can also add sound alerts to different events, and I'll talk about that in a bit. This yellow one that looks like a shield is my PvP trinket. It looks like a PvP trinket, kinda. And then once I use it, you can see it goes away. This yellow one, Sun, it's my solar beam. Appropriate, I think. And the last one is the one on top here, which is the Star Search. I use the same graphic as the one that Blizzard uses, so I don't get confused, and then whenever the cooldowns are up, then they will pop up again. Okay guys, next thing I'm gonna talk about is my health down here. I'm using Healbot for it. As you may know, Healbot allows you to set up different spells to different clicks. So right now I have it set up so that if I right click on my health, it'll cast a Nourish on myself. If I do the middle click, it'll cast a Rejuvenation, and if I do a left click, it'll put a stack of Life Bloom on me. Now you can see here I set up PowerOS to show me my Life Bloom stacks, so that's 2 stacks, and a third click will give me 3 stacks, which is really great because that allows me to concentrate on the fight, and I can still keep a track of how many stacks I have. I don't have to look up in the corner, and I don't waste a global cooldown putting an extra stack that I don't need. Now, next to my health down here, you may have noticed this little bull and this paw sign. That's also PowerOS. What they're telling me, the paw is showing me my cooldown on my dash, on my cat form dash, is up. So if I use it, you can see that it disappears, so I know when my dash is up. Okay, what the bull represents is my bear form dash ability. So if I go into bear form and I use it, you can see that it went away. Now it got parried that time, but that's okay. It just shows me that it's on cooldown right now, so if I don't see it, then I know that I can't use it. Okay, now I want to talk about the sound effects that you can add with PowerOS. You can basically pretty much download any MP3 and put it into the folder and use any sound you want. But I'll show you what I have set up right now. So for example, if I use my trees and my starfall, I call that my super combo, and if I use it, you'll hear super combo. You see that? My bash, I also have a sound set up for it, that way I know if it got blocked or dodged or anything. And when it works, you saw earlier that it got parried and nothing happened, but when it works, it says, you hear that. And I think it's appropriate, because let's say you have a warrior or a rogue wailing on you and you actually stun them, it's kind of like a combo breaker. Okay, the next one I want to show you guys is a blaster combo sound effect that I added. So at every time that I'm eclipsed, or as you saw there, that spinning thing and that red aura around myself, those where one of them is my power torrent, so whenever power torrent gets activated, one of them shows up. I don't remember exactly which one is which. And then when my DPS trinket is activated, the other one pops up. So the blaster combo, whenever either those two are on or I'm eclipsed and one of them is on, and I use Star Surge, it'll say blaster combo. So as you saw there, I'm eclipsed and I use Star Surge and nothing happened. But if I wait for one of my either power OS or my trinket to activate, as you see, it's activated right now, and I use it. So all that's just like to keep the game more fun for me. That way I know, oof, that was a really powerful Star Surge, because it used the extra power that I get right here. Oh well, I don't have it up, but you get the idea. The last kind of fun sound thing that I have is called my Ultra Combo. And that's what it sounds like. Now to activate this, I have to be lunar eclipse, so I do like 40% more arcane damage. I have to have both my power torrent and my DPS trinket on, and then I have to activate my starfall. And I mean, it does it does crazy damage when all those three things line up together. I was doing arenas with a warlock that was pretty geared, and I got an ultra combo, and I destroyed him in DPS. Like, he pretty much destroyed me in every other arena that we did in DPS, but that one time he was like, he was so shocked. But yeah, it's just so satisfying hearing that when you're in the middle of a fight. Okay, lastly, I want to show you guys the power OS I have set up for debuffs. Oh, also, what you just heard there, that's just a little something I added that plays every time I enter a battleground, just for fun. And so yeah, debuffs. Whenever I'm stunned, I hear that. And that's super useful, because usually when I get stunned, or before I got this add-on, it would take me like a second or two to realize it, and I would be clicking abilities, clicking spells, and just wasting my time because I didn't realize I was stunned for like a second or two, because the debuff is up here, it's really small, and you're focusing on everything else. The little swirly thing that you get on top of your head when you're stunned is really hard to see, so it takes you a while to realize it. But with the power OS, I mean, as soon as you hear that, you know you're stunned. And you also get this sign up here telling you you're stunned with a timer, which is super useful, because let's say, okay, I hear it, I know I'm stunned, I can look at the timer and I see if it's a 6-second stun, then I know it's like a hammer of justice, so I might want to use my trinket. Whereas if I look at it and it's only a 2-second stun, then I know Maybe it's just a warrior charge and then I just wait it out. Okay, secondly is my silence debuff. Whenever I'm silenced, I have this pop up right on top of my cast bar. Just because it's appropriate, you know what I mean? I mean, you can't cast spells, so might as well block off the cast bar. It also has the timer, so I know that if I'm silenced, I can go bear form and go all beast on them or do anything except cast spells, basically. So it's really useful to know when you're silenced, because it's the same thing that this done, right? The graphics that Blizzard uses to show you that you're silenced are really hard to see, but with this you're gonna know instantly when you're silenced. I also have a sound that plays, but for some reason it's not working right now, so I can't really show it to you guys. And the last debuff that I use is the dispel one. What this does basically is, as long as I have a debuff that I can dispel, any debuff that I can dispel, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as I can dispel it, it'll show up right here. It'll show the duration of it. And I also have my heal bot set up so that I just shift right click it and it uses my cleansing ability, so I don't have to look for it. So all these add-ons working together have improved my game so much and made it so much fun. I mean, just so much fun. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna end this video here because it is getting a little bit long. But before I go, I wanted to show you this this kind of cool thing that you can do with Power Auras, which is simply that as you can see, all my auras are showing right here. But once you enter a city, you can set it up so that they don't show up while you're in the city, because you know you're gonna be doing city stuff. You don't need your Power Auras all up in your face, right? And then once you walk out, they show up again. And it's the same with battlegrounds and arenas. They will show up when you enter a battleground or an arena. Now I'm gonna leave a link where you can see me using these Power Auras in arenas, as well as a link to my other videos if you want to check them out. And be sure you guys stay tuned, because there's still some really fun and really useful add-ons that I want to talk about, as well as give you some really cool interface tricks that you may or may not know, but they will hopefully help you improve your game as well. And once again, this has been Pipo, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
De Alto Cedro voy para Marcané, llego a Cuesta voy para